What's up? Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight for our Village of Alsip board meeting. Today is September 19th, 2022, and we're going to call this meeting order at 7:30 p.m. Can you call the roll, please?
Trustee Dalzell?
Here.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. Trustee McLaughlin? Here. Trustee Murphy?
Here.
Trustee Navas Barza? Here. Trustee Peretta?
Here.
Mayor Ryan?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I certainly want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. We have a special start of our evening tonight for our village board meeting, and we'll get to that in just a second. Certainly for anybody that's in the room, especially students, they may be receiving and their families the award of a scholarship from the Alsip Chamber of Commerce and Alsip Industrial Association. All of our meetings are YouTubed, and the camera's facing at us folks, not you. So, I mean, your hair looks great, not mine, all right? So we can, you can certainly pipe back into this on YouTube whenever you want, and you can see the same meeting then, too. So to start the meeting, I'll just give a quick report, and then we'll get to the presentations. Certainly, I hope everybody had a good weekend. We featured a village-wide garage sale weekend, so hopefully everybody got to clean out what you've been sitting on all summer long, and made somebody else's day. Next, I want to thank my assistant, Becky Smith. She hosted a mum sale here at the village, and she got rid of over 400 mums in like 2 days. It was amazing, and great job, Becky Smith. Trustee Dave Peretta. Dave, thanks for representing us this weekend. Dave was at the Shred Day over at Apollo Park. How'd they do with that day, with Shred Day? They filled the truck up, or?
Well, they had a pretty good start to the event. I mean, there was probably like 15 or 20 cars before the event started. It kind of slowed down after that, but technician did tell me, I did ask him how many pounds of paper did we collect, and he said roughly about 2,300 pounds.
That's great.
So, saved 25 trees.
Exactly. Very good. Thank you.
Yes.
Also, thank you to Trustee Navas Barza. She met with me we were at a convention downtown at the second half of last week. The Illinois Municipal League once a year has a conference where all the elected officials across Illinois converge on Chicago just for like 3 days, and it was good stuff. I go every year, and I picked up on some really good material that I want to implement around here. One thing is always good is code enforcement, how we can better work our code enforcement here in the village. There's always a municipal, basically it's a municipal tune-up. Are you doing this? Are you doing that? Are you doing the other thing? That's good for our community as well. Media relations, how to work better with the media. Road grants for more street resurfacing. And certainly equity and inclusion classes that I was at, and certainly a mayor's roundtable was always a good discussion. And then Friday morning, Kelly and I sat in on a major, I should say major because it took a couple hours, but we had both Governor Pritzker spoke and his contender for governor, Darren Bailey, both spoke. So it was good to hear from both candidates out there yet too, and their take on our government. So we'll start this evening with my report. Tonight we're going to have a presentation by the Alsip Chamber of Commerce and Alsip Industrial Association to award scholarships to Alsip students attending college currently, right now then too. Folks, we always, certainly I bring up both boards here, but if I can call up some of the students, if you would come up please, if you're here. We had Lanaya Dennis, if you're here, Lanaya, come on up. Also Daniel Kleina. Dan, want to come up? Rosa Cerna Wayne. Rosa, there's a familiar face. How are you? And Cassidy Gall, if Cassidy's here. How about Juliana New? Skylar White? Skylar here? How about Nathan Butkus? Nathan here? All right, well, thank you folks for coming here then tonight. I'd like to introduce the Alsip Chamber of Commerce members that are here then too. So we have Arnie Franker. Arnie, you're Industrial Association, right? Sorry. Chamber is over here. There you go. So we got Vince Cullen is here with us, and as well as Mary Grace Snooks. And, the fire chief too. You're with the Chamber now too, Tom, huh? Two jobs. And our fire chief, Tom Szynski. If you come up, please. And then as well as the Alsip Industrial Association, we have Arnie Franker, Donna Groenberg, and Brad Grover here as well, too, if you can come up. So you can make this presentation yourself if you wish.
Yes, I'm appointed. Congratulations. It says, outstanding achievement. Can you tell everybody where you're going to school?
Governor State University in University Park.
Studying.
I'm studying psychology.
Moraine Valley and studying accounting.
Congratulations.
Moraine Valley, studying civil engineering.
All good ones.
Yep.
You have a check? Okay. Let's get that up there. I think we need a folder.
We'll let these get a hold of it.
Sounds great.
We'll balance out the crowd.
Okay, we do a fundraising golf outing every year in May. For those that are present, you might want to consider coming next year. We ended up with a $7,000 profit from this from the golf outing for our scholarship awards, and the three that are with us now get $1,000, and the other ones also get $1,000 but couldn't be with us tonight. So there are 7 students altogether getting an award of $1,000 each. Congratulations.
My name is Vince Cullen. I'm with the Chamber of Commerce, and I'd like to make a presentation to these fine young students. This will be your actual scholarships. It's kind of interesting. I'll just give you a once-over. These applications come in every year, so if you keep an eye on advertisements, we advertise in the schools and through papers and things like that to accept these applications. As we look through the applications, we read about the people, their qualifications, what they want to do, their desires and their aspirations. But to actually see them here is flattering. You know, we have a piece of paper that says who you are, you know, what you want to do. But when I see you, you're all bright-eyed, look like you're ready to go tear it up. So I wish you the best of luck and congratulations on your future endeavors. Thank you.
Go ahead, if anyone wants to take a picture of anything. Yeah, certainly, thank you. You just lay it down.
Leave it to the engineer.
All right, thanks much, folks. Thanks for being with us tonight, too, everybody.
Good luck at trying to catch this.
Thank you.
Sorry?
Safe travels.
All
All right. All right.
Hey, thanks for being here.
Thank you. Sherry. Want Skylar's? Want Skylar's?
We'll get these to these folks.
Skylar's mom was here, so I gave her.
Was that Sherry?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, very good. And certainly, we always enjoy that. It's great seeing both of our interested parties, the Chamber of Commerce and the Alsip Industrial Association, take an interest in the kids and doing what we can to help them out with costs at college. Next, on your agendas, we had the approval to increase departmental credit card spending to meet the demand of increased costs for goods and services, and from $3,500 to $5,000. And again, I didn't have that list with me, but basically that was just for public work, water, building, and police and fire. IT as well, too. Thank you. I had that on last week's committee for discussion. That's all I have for my report this evening. We'll go to Clerk Harding.
Thank you, Mayor. I have the approval of the September 6, 2022 board meeting minutes and the presentation and approval of the September 12, 2022 committee meeting minutes. And that is all I have, Mayor.
I don't know how all these are working.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Next, we have the attorney's report. Mike Hankar is with us.
No report, sir.
All right, Mike. Thank you. Next, we'll go to the engineer, Will Dolan.
Thank you, Mayor. Just have a couple construction updates. The MFT crack sealing project should begin tomorrow, and they've started on the resurfacing project with some concrete removal and replacement. Their grade all broke down, so they've had a little bit of a break in regards to the resurfacing, but
Where are they doing the crack resealing? Well, I forgot.
they're starting off at 124th and Costner, I believe. Keeler, yeah. There's various streets throughout the village,
Okay.
so it's not one certain area.
And again, sealing the cracks in the street obviously adds a little bit of
Prolongs the life of
longevity
the
to it.
pavement,
Right,
yeah.
okay.
So,
And then, Mike, we did this in committee earlier. Anything, go ahead, Will, I don't want to cut you off.
that's all I had.
Okay, so Mike informed us earlier that we did start street resurfacing,
Right.
MFT street resurfacing.
Yeah, that's the concrete removal and replacement that they've started.
Right, so they're working on curbs right now?
Correct.
So we're going to be, and for the record, so everybody understands, we're going to be resurfacing the streets in the southeast corner of town over on Millard Street, as well as 122nd Street, 122nd Place between Millard and Lawndale. The same thing at 121st Street and 121st Place between Millard and Lawndale. We're also going to be replacing the street, Platner Street, which leads you to the boat launch. That's been a rough one for a long time. Did the truck company over there, they are going to do theirs too? Yes. Excellent. Because I really hated to see us throw down a new blanket on our side, and they had the rough side of theirs then too. So that's great. Okay. And then we're going to do both ends of Austin Avenue at 127th and at Route 83 then too, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep, that's all of them.
Also, Will, I asked Mike if we could have the striping contractor stripe the crosswalks on the east side of Pulaski while he's over there working. Can we talk to them and get that?
Yeah,
too?
that's fine.
Okay, because we're short on help right now. We try to do this ourselves, but Mike said that maybe we can get a great price from our striping guy. He's going to be out there anyway then, too, but if we can get some of the crosswalks done, that'd be great. All right. And that corner of town, everything east of Pulaski and stuff into it. Or, Mike, how are we holding up with that? I know you said even throughout the village, how are we doing striping? Can you tackle that, or do we need the same guy? Okay. Because obviously with this weather being as nice as it is, and I know you've been working with one hand behind your back, but if you can get that too, that'd be great. Okay? All right. Anything else, Will?
That was it.
All right, thanks. I met with Will over the weekend too, and thank you to your company for hosting a great event too at the Illinois Municipal League.
Thank you for attending.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
No.
I don't know where
really.
everybody else was, but
Oh, see, Will, good for you. Get
Another
them.
event.
We were working,
well, me too.
Yeah.
work in the room, all right, well.
All right, next we'll go to our standing committee
Wait,
reports.
what about the motion for RFP for a new engineer?
I just got done telling his boss, I told him the first thing I was from Aaron Fundich is the new president at Robinson Engineering. He's like, how's Will doing? I said, man, I always get a call back within an hour. He goes, that's good, so.
That's true.
And you're very receptive to our needs here, and Will's done a great job helping us land some great grants and everything too, so thanks, Will. Next, standing committee reports, finance and IT, trustee McLaurin. Oh, I'm sorry, I skipped over public forum, my bad. Did anyone in the audience want to address the board this evening under public forum? Nobody? All right, thank you.
I didn't notice when you're giving the PW report.
No, I was going toward engineering with that. I was just pushing Will around a little bit, but then he got right back at everybody then too, so. Next was the finance and IT report, trustee McLaurin.
I have a request for approval of a list of payroll dated September 9th, 2022, totaling $500,430.45. Next, I have a request for approval of a list of accounts payable dated September 19th, 2022. From the recap, General Fund, $80,894.24. Road and Bridge, $31,488.74. Storm Sewer, $1,708.24. MFT, $2,967.16. Liability and Workers' Comp Insurance, $53,768.60. Health Insurance, $1,442.22. IMRF and Payroll Taxes, $17,159.34. Water and Sewer, $877,642.85. Sanitary Sewers, $10,034.60. Heritage Complexes, $52,775.33. Retiree Health Insurance, $44,100.01, for a grand total all funds of $1,173,981.33. And finally, I have a request for approval of an updated recurring invoice list. And that's all I have, Mayor.
All right, thank you. And again, folks, you understand the recurring invoice list. These are typical bills that we pay every month that are basically automatic. They come to my office for approval right away then too, and as well as finance. Next, we have the Fire Committee report, trustee Murphy.
I have a presentation and approval of the August 2022 Fire Prevention Bureau report. I have the presentation and approval of the monthly report for August 2022 based on our National Fire Incident Reporting System data. Number 3, I'd like to pull and table.
Okay, that's what letter? It's letter
Item G.
G is in girl. Okay.
And then number 4, I have the approval to advertise an RFP for a manpower study regarding the Alsip Fire Department. And that's all I have, sir.
Did you want to pull that one too?
All right, thank you.
Oh.
All right. Next, we'll go to police and traffic Police and Traffic Safety, trustee Dalzell.
Request for the approval to have the police chief discuss an opportunity to introduce lateral transfers into the Alsip Police Department, discuss this action with the Metropolitan Alliance of Police. There's a bunch of pieces to this Rubik's Cube, and this will afford the chief the opportunity to broach this subject and start on that matter. That's all I have, sir.
Thank you. Chief, do you want to add anything to it or anything right now, or no? No? Okay. Well, at least we're going to get this discussion started. We're doing our best to hire more police right now, so we're going to have that discussion. Next, we have the Public Work and Boat Launch Committee member.
I have the approval of the Alsip Public Works August 2022 monthly activity report. And Mayor, did you want to speak to the consensus?
Yeah, if you want to tell everybody first what we're looking to do.
We're looking for a consensus for Mike to purchase a 2021 5500 dump truck, Dodge dump truck demo at a cost of $113,593 even. This would include a 36,003-year warranty, and to meet the needs of the Public Works Department, in that the getting the new equipment is 2 to 3 years out. So we'd like to poll the board.
Understood. So what I'll do at this time is, and Public Work Superintendent Mike Frater made a presentation to us at a committee meeting before this meeting to explain the availability. As Trustee Murphy just explained, ordering a new equipment right now is a couple of years out. We're short on equipment. We have a couple of apparatus that are questionable for this coming winter, and we have a chance to buy a demo piece of equipment that's in perfect condition with a salt spreader and a plow.
Correct.
And what I'd like to do at this time, Mike, did you want to add anything to that?
No.
Okay. What I'd like to do at this time, Clerk Harding, is ask for a consensus from the board to approve the purchase of a 2021 Dodge 5500 dump truck at a cost of $113,593. Again, as Trustee Murphy said, this is a demo, and it does include a salt spreader, a plow, and it's got a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, too.
Okay. Roll call number 1 for a consensus to purchase the dump truck for Public Works. Trustee Dalzell.
Yes.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. Trustee McLaughlin.
Yes.
Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Trustee Navas-Esparza.
Yes.
Trustee Peretta.
Yes.
You have your consensus.
Thank you, Board.
I'll put this on as a formal thing at a later date, but Mike is hosting a Public Work meeting tomorrow. This equipment, this apparatus will be here tomorrow for inspection. And at the same time, with the equipment in short supply, sometimes you can't wait a week or 2 or 3 to make these kind of decisions. So we needed one now, Mike. So yeah, you've got your consensus to make that offer, make a purchase offer on that. Okay.
Great, thank you so
Okay.
much.
Trustee Murphy, anything else?
No, sir, that was it.
Okay. Next, we have the sewer and water report. Trustee Navas-Esparza.
Thank you, Mayor. I have the presentation and approval of the Water Department August 2022 monthly activity report. And I also attended the IML conference, as Mayor Ryan mentioned, and there's a vendor expo, and I have some information for you that I'd like to share, Commissioner Tribun, so I will send that over to you. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Next, Building and Health Department, Trustee Peretta.
Thank you, Mayor. No report this evening.
Trustee, this week I'm going to get together with you. We've talked about the last couple of months, but I believe I sent Roger Early a note earlier today. We're going to be getting together to talk about building permits and so forth, so I will have something ready to talk to you about this week then, too.
All right, very good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Next, Human Resource and Insurance, Trustee Murphy.
No report, Mayor.
All right, Trustee. Yeah, we had nothing going on that, other than what we talked about earlier, that we've got a sizable claim for a sanitary sewer that we're doing right now then, too, so we'll stay on top of that. Next, we have the special committee reports, Economic Development, Trustee Navas-Esparza.
Thank you, Mayor. Just again, a recap. I did attend the IML, and there was a workshop It was retail recruitment through the eyes of a retailer. So just some highlights to share from that is that retailers are still building brick and mortar, but they're downsizing. So traditionally from large square footages of like 80,000 square feet down to 25,000 to 30,000. And also trending, I guess, themes are the 3 C's of retail, which are coffee, chicken, and car washes. So that's what they highlighted.
That's what we keep getting all the time, yeah, too, so, yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, and so everyone, did mention, that they have some, struggles that they've encountered and so forth, and especially for landlocked communities trying to assemble parcels. But again, the gentleman highlighted that just keep our eyes and ears open and also be proactive. But those are the 3 items that are building rapidly.
The hot ones, yeah.
Yeah, so chicken, coffee, and car washes. And then I also attended a networking event to kick off Hispanic Heritage Month. Hispanic Heritage Month is from September 15th until October 15th. And one of the businesses that I encountered is looking for site acquisition, roughly 30,000 square feet. And I said, come on over to Alsip and give us a try. And thank you, Mayor Ryan and Roger, for trying to identify parcels. So hopefully we hear back from that business. And also an existing business owner in our industrial community I also met. And we have a site visit that we'll be doing this Thursday just to see, what plans they have for maybe possible expansion or remodeling of their existing site. And those are my updates.
Thank you. Rod, you get my note on that today? Yes. Okay. Are you available Thursday? Yes. Okay. Yeah, obviously, like you said, Trustee, we've got a few car washes in town. We're pulling permits here pretty soon. I know there was an issue with property, but we're going to be knocking down the U.S. Bank to put in a Popeye chicken, right? So we got that, and then coffee.
Another C?
Yeah. Yeah, plenty of double D. We're still trying to make room for a Starbucks someplace yet, too, but exactly. Next, we had the village properties. Trustee McLaughlin.
No report this evening, Mayor.
All right. Trustee, I did follow up last week with Roger and Becky Smith, and certainly I'll forward back over to you. We're still looking, we did budget for new signage at the Heritage Apartments, and I'll send those. Did you get current copies of those at all?
No.
Okay, I'll send you over what we've got. Roger got us a couple of prices from a couple of vendors, right? Is it just 2 vendors, or did we get 3? There was 4, okay. Anyway, they all look pretty good. And so it's a static signage and so forth, but we'll send it over and let you take a look at them, too. Well, let's try and talk about that in an upcoming committee so we can possibly do something before the weather changes. We'll see how it looks. Okay. I know the signs are getting, they look worn out. They're getting worn out. And Trustee Navas Barza lives by when she was saying the same. All right. Next, ordinance legislation, Trustee Prada.
No report this evening, Mayor.
All right, thank you. And then we have planning and zoning and licenses committee member.
I have a request for approval of a list of licenses dated Tuesday, September 6th, 2022 through Friday, September 9th of 2022. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you. Did anyone have any presentations, petitions, or communications you want to share? None? Did anybody want to remove anything from consent agenda?
Mayor, I'd like to remove H, and G was already pulled.
Okay. Anyone else? All right. Can I get a motion then to establish the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call number 2 to establish consent agenda. Trustee Dalzell?
Yes.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. Trustee McLaughlin?
Yes.
Trustee Murphy?
Yes.
Trustee Navas Barza?
Yes.
Trustee Peretta?
Yes.
Motion carries to establish consent agenda.
Thank you. Can I get a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda as presented?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call number 3 to approve consent agenda. Trustee Dalzell?
Yes.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. Trustee McLaughlin?
Yes.
Trustee Murphy?
Yes.
Trustee Navas Barza?
Yes.
Trustee Peretta?
Yes.
Motion carries to approve consent agenda.
Thank you. So we had 2 items removed where we said that Trustee Murphy tabled letter G. That's his committee. Next was trustee Murphy pulled letter H. That was the approval to advertise for an RFP. That's a request for proposal for a manpower study regarding the Alsip Fire Department. Did anyone wish to make that motion to approve at this time?
I'll make the motion.
Was there a second? Trustee Murphy, you pulled this. Did you have a question on it?
Yes, I'd like to table this for further discussion in that we have a closed session after this meeting, and I think it would be appropriate to not to put the cart before the horse.
You want to revisit it after closed
I would.
session? Okay. Is that your motion to table till after closed session?
Or table till next committee.
Table till the next meeting.
Well, in other words, we can go into closed session and come back out if that's what you want to do.
I would rather discuss it with the committee as well.
Okay. All right, well, that's your motion. Did anyone wish to second that?
Motion
The table.
Second.
What's the,
You're talking about the committee meeting next Monday night?
Yes.
I don't see where we can talk about this in executive session.
Oh, it's under collective bargaining.
Talking about H,
Yes.
to the extent it deals with collective bargaining. We'll keep it within that narrow parameter.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So we have a motion and a second. Can you take a roll, please? To table until the next committee meeting?
Just for H.
Yes, it'll be a closed session committee meeting, but yes.
Okay, roll call number 4 to table item H until next week, closed session, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Trustee Dalzell.
Yes.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. Trustee McGlawhorn.
Yes.
Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Trustee Nava Esparza.
Yes.
Trustee Peretta.
Yes.
Motion carries to table item H until next week, closed session.
All right. Did anyone have any unfinished business? Any new business? Then we need to adjourn to a closed session to discuss collective negotiating matters between the public body and its employees or their representatives, or deliberations concerning salary schedules for one or more classes of employees pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2, Chapter 2. Can I get a motion and a second to do this?
So moved.
Second.
Trustee Peretta, was that you? That second?
I think
Or was
Murphy
it like a
beat me to the
tie?
punch.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
And you know what? I was at a convention last week. I called this into my assistant. I didn't, Mike, did we have a need for this employment compensation and all that too?
Well, I thought we were going to discuss tonight the study. I thought we were going to discuss H tonight.
We are. Oh, you're right. It was,
And
we are.
we
So
want to
we-
give an update on DPW negotiations.
All right, so I'll do both. Okay, so I understand what you're saying. So again, we also need to go into closed session to discuss the appointment, employment compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, including hearing testimony on a complaint lodged against an employee of the public body or against legal counsel for the public body to determine its validity pursuant to 5 ILCS 120/2, Chapter 1. So we can I get a motion and a second on that as well, too?
So moved.
Second.
So
Call
we're going
roll
to
call.
adjourn to
We're
executive
going to
session.
adjourn to closed
Thank you.
session, yes, to talk about both.
Okay, roll call number 5 to adjourn to closed session. Trustee Dalzell.
Yes.
Trustee Juarez Mendoza is absent. Trustee McGlawhorn.
Yes.
Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Trustee Nava Esparza.
Yes.
Trustee Peretta.
Yes.
Motion carries to adjourn to closed session.
All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be the end of business in this room. We have a closed session across the hall, and again, we appreciate your time this evening. We're going to adjourn to closed session. The time now is 8:03 p.m.